Hello. Thank you for joining me on my writer's journey to becoming a published author, a traditionally published author. I'm already a self-published author and I enjoyed that process, but now I want something new. And to have something new, you have to change. One change that I'm about to embark on is going from a writer of nonfiction to fiction. I love writing nonfiction, doing research, finding facts, engaging current topics and social issues, and especially women's issues in religion and outside of religion. But agents have said my work is not a good fit. One of the things you must have as a nonfiction writer is an online presence. Agents like to see that people are interested in what you have to say and your book has a base to already market to. At this moment, I do not have an online audience, but hang on. I am working and building that so that I can market to my base of people I engage with my nonfiction. In the meantime, while I'm working to build an audience, I will start writing fiction. Fiction is a big departure from nonfiction. Nonfiction deals with facts. Fiction deals with great storytelling. I have to develop a character that people care about, that want to see succeed, that they want to see them overcome, that I can hold their attention throughout the book to the end, that they do not want to put it down, and then they recommend it to their friends. That's what I will be doing. The majority of 2024 is working on a piece of fiction. In the past, I have attempted fiction. I have 2 manuscripts, one completed, one that I had to step away from because I got bogged down and overwhelmed. I recently pulled up my first completed attempt at fiction, and it's called Crashing Into Me. I've been re-editing and revamping and trying to get it to where it needs to go. Now, I wrote Crashing Into Me probably 20 years ago, just an attempt. Within the 20 years, I have gained so many more writing skills. I have access to more tutorials and information that can help me hone my skill in becoming a nonfiction writer. I watch YouTube videos, I research and read, I study character development, and I can take my time. I have a foundation that I can rework and re-edit. And that's part of writing fiction. You just write it down. Just go for it and write it down. Then you go back. You take out, you add, you rework, you make words, you make scenes, you give tension, you give pace. So that's what I was doing. When I wrote the fiction, Crashing Into Me, it's horrible. I mean, it's really pretty bad. But the theme, the foundation, it's there. And I just have to make it sing. Crashing Into Me is a look at undiagnosed mental illness and how it masqueraded as personality, character, low self-esteem due to not feeling satisfied with one's own looks because society dictates so much on how we look, and how we look, based on how we look, is how we'll be treated. So that theme is there, and I just have to bring it to fruition. There's so many people who live with undiagnosed mental health issues. As we say, there were always signs, And then as it build and build and build through life situation and circumstances, just ordinary living, those stressors begin to really impact maybe a genetic component that was there through family of mental health issues that were already there. And then you have this big explosion, like where did this come from out of the blue? But it was always there, masquerading as something hidden, as something outside of self, when it was internal. And then what happens, and what does it look like when you hit rock bottom? When there's nowhere else to go, there's nothing else to point to, there's no more self changes you can do, there's no more mind faking or adjustments, and it's just there, full blown something. What does that look like, and where does a person go from there? That is what my book Crashing Into Me is about, and I look forward to sharing my writing journey with that, my continued efforts to be published in the nonfiction arena, to growing my audience, which I hope includes you, and just giving you the experience of what is it like to be a writer. And to be a writer, sometimes there's change. And like I said, I'm changing from my favorite genre of nonfiction to fiction. But it's my attitude. It's not that I'm leaving it forever. I will never leave it. It's my first love. It's my passion. But for now, to reach certain goals and to try to get into the traditional publishing arena, I have to do something different. It's not written that this will work either, but the skills and exposure to new things that I will obtain will only make me a better writer. It just serves to make me a better writer. As a matter of fact, during the time I was testing my writing skills, I wrote a children's book. And I will be going back probably this year also and looking at that children's book and studying and researching whether that is a viable manuscript to put out there. Children books are great, but I have to go back, edit, and see what publishers are looking for when it comes to a children's book. I realized that my writing career is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And what I am is a person who wants to tell stories, to elicit thinking and questioning on subjects, and to just put myself in a box and say I have to do it a certain way. This is the only way that this can happen. It's so limiting. It's limiting me, because the first thing is to write something, to get it into the hands of readers that will touch them, to make them feel, or to change them, or to see things in a different light. It's not the instant fame. It's not the instant money, even though those are wonderful things. The thing is to write good books. And one of the questions you want the reader to ask, to say, this is what you would say. After someone read my book, what would they say about it? They would go to one and say, this book is good because of this reason, and you should read it for this reason. That is what you want to do, because that stands the test of time long after you're gone, that people are going to want it in their hands, and then they're going to tell others about your writing. And that, in the long run, is what I want, and that's what I'm in this for. And one other thing is to stay balanced as I write, and to enjoy the process. And that's where these videos come in. I enjoy in this form talking to you about my excitement, my fears, uh, when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm exhausted. You'll be part of all of that in my writer's journey. So I'm hope in sharing my pivots and changes and things, and I will inform you how they work out, whether they do or don't, or if I go back or whatever. You're invited to come with me on it, to give you hope, to give you inspiration, to give you motivation. And I hope you will speak with me and make comments to encourage me or give me pointers of ways to increase what I want on my way to being successful. And maybe I redefine what does that successful writer look like for me, Dorothy Guy. So thank you for tuning in today. As always, subscribe, share, follow, comment, and keep an eye out for more videos. But this video is about change. Success sometimes takes change. To let go of something, even if it's for a while, but to let go, to expand your field of expertise, of passions, and to just be willing to grow. Thank you.